All right. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know you're probably watching this first thing in the morning because this one is going to be scheduled to publish, but we got another one of those shit to do days going on tomorrow, so we're getting an early jump on it at
Yeah,
9
I have
o'clock
a
at night.
job in a
Yeah,
meeting way early. So we're doing this now.
yeah, jobs are bullshit. I had a job today. Actually, it went pretty good. They fed me.
I'm gonna get fed at my job tomorrow. It's part of why I have to be there at 7:30. I'm getting unlimited steak and eggs for breakfast.
Yeah. Hey, Lowry, we'll feed you, is a bold statement. Bold.
Whoa, son. I just want to make sure you understand what you just committed to.
Who was that comedian, the little fat guy that made all the jokes about the buffets? Uh,
I don't know. There have
Damn,
been
I
a
can't
few
remember
of
his
them.
name. He died about 3 years ago, and it was an absolute travesty. He's
What,
got
who,
his
Ralphie May?
no, not Ralphie May. The other he was short and fat. Uh, John something. John Panette. John Panette. He's the one that talked about Thanksgiving dinner. My sister brought turnips, and I tried the turnips, and I put the turnips in
Nay,
my mouth, and
nay.
I said, "These suck with butter on them. Nothing sucks with butter on them."
Nay, nay. Yeah.
If God wanted you to eat these, He wouldn't have stuck them so deep in the fucking ground.
Yeah, so far Fluffy's the only fat comedian to stick it out. And I worry about Fluffy.
I worry about Fluffy too, but I understand Fluffy's obsession, his absolute love obsession with Krispy Kreme donuts.
I love the way he explains it. I love life, but I also love tacos.
And I agree. So,
So, can I ask you something now that we're talking about fat boys?
yeah,
Uh,
I've lost
can
about
fat
35 pounds
Oh, good for you.
since
Um,
April.
well played. Can fat boys be terrorists? Is that
Oh,
enough
yeah.
to say?
Cuck alert. Cuck alert. San Francisco has declared me a terrorist. I guess I should at least be grateful they went with domestic. At least they left me domestic. I get to still live here, I suppose. But yeah, San Francisco board brands NRA a domestic terrorist group. We don't even protest.
Well, Chris, I mean, let's be fair. You were called ogre in high school and meatball in the army. You are kind of scary sometimes. If the rational object of terrorism is to promote terror, you could do that by just walking in a room and saying, "Hey,
How you doing, sugar?
not so good now." Yeah, but San Francisco.
Yeah. Uh, so I just here's the thing. It's one thing for some loudmouth shithead to say the NRA are domestic terrorists. But this isn't that. This isn't some celebrity putting out a bad opinion. No, no. San Francisco's Board of Supervisors approved a resolution naming the NRA a domestic terror organization and encouraged other cities to do the same. This is an official action by a government body in the United States of America. So we're familiar with groups like the Southern Poverty Law Center and what's the one that Media Matters, groups like that, Snopes, groups that exist exclusively to generate negative press against conservative groups and to try and destroy financial incentives uh, for people who have conservative opinions, right? We want to take away Sean Hannity's advertisers. We want you to boycott Nathan's Hot Dogs and Home Depot and the Lord's Chicken. Now, those are all functionally private groups. They're people with opinions, and those opinions are protected by the First Amendment. In fact, those opinions are protected by the fact that you can't know what someone's opinion is unless they state it. And then their ability to state that opinion is protected by the First Amendment. But this is very different. This is the government designating an American group, an American political organization.
A peaceful, completely voluntary, absolutely 100% above board political organization.
And let's be real, the NRA is a little milquetoast. I mean, the NRA gave us the background checks, which is bad.
The NRA kind of held its nose with the bump stock bans.
And they kind of let the Brady Bill just slide on by. The NRA has, while they are a pro-Second Amendment organization, they have been historically weak on gun rights for the last 30 years. But I'm a lifetime member. I don't get anything out of it's not like I can stop paying my dues. I
mean, can you ask a refund based on like your expected life expectancy from our old insurance tables from back in the day when we sold insurance? Big boy like you, even smoking cigarettes, I mean, you're going to make it to 65, 70. I mean, that's like half your lifetime membership. You should be able to get that. Like, but yeah, like you're a terrorist for life. So says San Francisco, because you joined an organization. And this is not something we're just speaking out of our ass about. A few years ago, the NRA had its convention in Atlanta, and Chris, God bless him, not only got us press badges, but he even managed to get White House press badges because the God Emperor was speaking at the NRA convention.
Now, in fairness, it was Steve that had the idea and made the first contacts, but I did end up doing the overall negotiation and getting us in there. Let me tell you something. We need to be doing the press badge thing more often, because even if we don't actually generate any press out of our activity, we meet people, it's good networking, and more importantly, if you get a press badge to an event, you're there for free, and there's a room full of food and coffee.
The coffee, especially. Yeah, and that's where we met Maj Toria at, and I don't care what anybody says, that dude is he is a razor blade. Oh, and I dropped the F-bomb on our morning show. My bad. Yeah, but Maj...
I already dropped one. We are fuck-bomb positive for this episode.
Whoops. Well, there's no way this was ever going to be monetized anyway. So, yeah, but Maj is
eventually, maybe. Come on, hope, damn it.
Yeah, but Maj is a super, super sharp cat. And what was funny is I had no idea who he was. I had no idea that Tommy Lauren had already had him on her show and had interviewed him. I just saw this swole black dude with dreads walk by wearing a shirt that said Black Guns Matter. And I tapped him on the shoulder and was like, sir, I don't mean this disrespectful, but you got balls wearing that shirt. And he laughed, and he's like, "Well,
did you not know who he was when we first met him?"
No, dude. When we met him there getting coffee in the press room, I had no idea who he was. I just saw the Black Guns Matter, and was floored. Shit. I was floored at just at the audacity of it and the truth to power. You hear this a lot from the woke black left or whatever with its truth to power. That's truth to power. Black guns do matter. All gun control is racist. But speaking of that NRA convention, I remember at one point in time we were exhausted because we were carrying around camera equipment and we're standing outside and Chris is smoking and we're drinking sweet tea from the Chick-fil-A that's adjacent to the CNN Center right there at the congressional center. It's all this one big, giant nexus. It's funny, you couldn't even walk in through a certain door because you'd have to go through CNN's building, and CNN's building is a gun-free zone. And then the congressional center where this thing is being held had a lot of guns. And I remember even making the joke, it's like, this is literally the safest place in all of downtown Atlanta right now. Nobody within about 10 blocks of right here is looking for a problem because they would find it.
I had two very, very excellent experiences in the. Okay, I had not intended for us to discuss this particular thing on the show tonight, but anyway, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you three little stories that came out of that event. For one, I was actually in there while the president and his guest speakers and everybody did the whole thing up on the stage, and I was shooting it with a DSLR camera that I borrowed from my mother, because that's just where we were at the time. Now we've got some freaking cameras. By the way, if y'all haven't seen it yet, the Kingmaker is out on East Atlanta Video. Go watch that shit. Yeah. But there I am with my little DSLR, and I'm in the whole press gaggle, and I stake my claim. This is my spot. This is where I'm gonna shoot my movie. This is where I'm gonna get my shots from. I was way too far away and didn't have nearly enough lens. But then the guys from Fox News showed up, the camera guys from CNN and MSNBC, all the bigs showed up. I got there early. I got there early enough that I got a good spot. And all these dudes with, $1 million camera rigs are coming up. Hey man, we need to be right there. I got 350 pounds and a black belt that says, try me. And I just stuck it out, and I made them get behind me. I think it was MSNBC that ended up right behind me, and y'all, I'm 6.5 feet tall. Didn't work out good for them.
We might not have got very good video, but neither did they.
They were trying to get their video. I had a selfie stick with a 360 camera on the end of it, and I just kept sticking it way up in the air and waving it in front of their camera. I had a ball. I had an absolute ball. And then once we got into the gun show part of it proper, there was this wonderful tent that had some no shit machine guns, including a 240 Bravo on a big table and it was dressed out. They had sand on the table and sandbags and camo netting, and just had it set up like this 240 was in a foxhole on display. And I walked over and I was looking at it, and this salesman walks over and starts asking me questions, clearly thinking that I'm actually going to buy this big old gun. And please believe it, I wanted to.
I would have helped.
But he said, anything I can help you with, brother? And I looked at him. I said, I don't sleep so good anymore. I was just wondering if I could snuggle in there with Betty and take a nap. And then the last one, the concealed carry holster. I like a tuck holster. The concealed carry holster that I was wearing with my little 357 that particular day was one that I had for several years, and it was tired and ragged and just falling apart. Yeah, we should do a whole show about them. In fact, we should just get in touch with Gun Tote Mamas and go see.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the gun show.
That was.
You want to talk about concealed carry? That little 411 woman saying, "I'll just shoot you through the bottom of my purse faster than you can draw."
But I walked over to this one booth, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the company that makes the holster that I wear every day now. What was this? 3 years ago, almost.
Yeah, I mean, it was yeah. Oh, good Lord, a little more than this is when the God Emperor began to ascend.
He was already he wasn't president-elect. He was already the president. So that was the beginning of 2017. So
no, this was 2016, dude. And you know what? We can Google it, and if we're wrong, we will correct ourselves because that's what we do. Anyhow, it was years ago.
Anyway, a couple years ago. But I go over to this booth, and I just reached back and pulled out my pistol in the conceal holster that I was wearing, and said to the guy, "This holster's shot, brother, but I like the tuck feature. What can you do me for?" And he busts one out and takes my loaded conceal daily carry out of the holster and sticks it into the new one, and says, that looks about right. Hands it to me. Says, "What do you think?" I'm like, okay. And I popped my belt open and stuck it in the back of my pants, and did my pants back up. I said, yeah, I did a little dance, a little wiggle, a little movement, a couple little squats. I said, "I'll take it." And he put my shitty old one in the packaging that one came out of and threw it in a bag, and there we went. That was one of the best business transactions I ever engaged in without alcohol.
I'd say that was one of the best business transactions I ever witnessed with or without alcohol. Needless to say, there was not a lot of cuckery there.
No.
That was, and all jokes aside, there were so many peaceful, happy people there. Yes, pro-American, a lot of them Christian, but there were tons of women there. There were tons of POCs there. There was no animosity. This was not some white supremacist terrorist thing. There was no cult of personality. There was nothing like that. It was literally somewhere in the order of 500 to 1,000 vendors selling everything from 240 Bravos to assassin pins, which I was fascinated by. That was what Cameron wanted. Cameron likes guns, but Cameron saw the value in a thing called an assassin pin pretty quick, and it's exactly what you think it is. I mean, it is. You can even write with it. But no, there was nothing about it that was terroristic, terrorizing. You literally felt safe. It's the kind of place I would have brought my children and just let them walk around and check out things on their own. And I would have said, okay, we meet back here in an hour, and they would have been fine. So,
we meet back here in 1 hour. No hand grenades.
But we're ticking, and I realize I distracted us. I'm trying to segue us here smoothly. I feel like it's not coming off right at all.
It's not.
Doing
Wal-Mart
terrible.
cucked too.
That's right. Guy said the word cuck. Oh, and not just Walmart, but Kroger and dude, I got to tell you, I love the meme that's being passed around on social media. That's like, no, everybody should thank Walmart because now you have to go to your local shop and your local pawn store to buy ammo.
I think my favorite so far is Walmart's now a gun-free zone. They should change their name to Target.
Oh, damn. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
That shit's layered, man. Because there's not just the joke about now you're a soft target, but your ass is going to go out of business because people are going to go shop at the competition, and the competition's going to buy your bullshit stores.
Yeah, look,
it's not going to happen. It's pure fantasy, but it's a good one. I'm a little moist.
Walmart is not a gun-free zone. What, Chris? Are you like a pan of brownies fresh out of the oven? Just a little moist.
Speaking of pander bears, did anybody watch the 8? What was it? 37 hours.
7 hours. No, dude, we got to save that. I can't even because Joe Biden's eye going bloodshot. I can't. Anyhow. There is no such thing as a Walmart that is a gun-free zone if I am inside it. And to be fair, I mean, let's be clear. What they've really done is they're discouraging open carry.
Yes.
And if we want to talk tactical, there's even something to be said for open carry's kind of foolish. Concealed carry is ideal. But that's not why Walmart is doing this. This is total SJW, I want to suck your tranny dick virtue signal points. That's what this is. We're going to go make a statement. Look, I'm helping. We're banning the scary looking guns. But I tell you what, if everybody open carried, everybody'd be real freaking polite to each other. That's what would happen.
You know who's really polite? Canadians. Because everybody in Alaska open carries.
Eh? Well, that's not good, man. Man, I'm trying to do a Jordan Peterson impersonation. It's not working. Stolzniskin really covered this better than anybody else. Yeah, but epic fail for Walmart and Kroger. Like really, what? I mean, do you guys really feel like you've got us at such a captive audience point where, because there are a lot of towns where all they have is a Kroger. Okay, fine. And so I have to go to Kroger to buy my milk because it's $2.80 there. It's $5.10 at the gas station. And I have 4 kids.
And it's $10 in Hawaii.
Well, shit up your nose. You lived in Hawaii. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Bye, Felicia. Don't ever make that noise again. Jesus Christ. I know. Anyway, but yeah, this is a total cuck move. It's nothing but virtue signal points. It doesn't help them. The only reason they even do this is because they understand that the people then have no choice but to shop at Walmart because their kids drink a lot of milk, and I can't double the price of my milk for the rest of my life.
Let me. That's exactly the point that I wanted. Well, that's half of exactly the point that I wanted to make. The virtue signaling about trying to, basically celebrities trying to bully places like Walmart. What you have going on here is you have people who will never shop at Walmart because they think it's beneath them, targeting people who will continue to shop at Walmart because they can't afford not to. And they understand that the people that these celebrity activist assholes like Alyssa Milano, the people that they hate, the people that carry firearms and work for a living and love this country and prefer not to murder their children in utero, there's a lot of those people in the middle of the country that shop at Walmart, exactly like you're saying, because they can't afford not to. This is about targeting middle class, decent, hardworking, non-welfare broodmare voting Americans and causing them actual harm by actively working to strip their constitutional liberties.
It's a shame campaign.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, it's a shame campaign. It's the old joke about, oh, you got a tiny dick, so you got to carry a big gun. Well, I'll let y'all in on a little secret. I carry a small gun. That's a fact.
You look kind of gay when you flex your wrist like that and lean in. So
I could do it even more.
Don't.
Are you sure?
Just don't.
You could have like a gif of Milo Yiannopoulos. I would make out with him just to make the point.
Dear Christ,
I really would.
Just don't.
But yeah, pepper is small, but it is spicy. Yeah, I know. But seriously,
Chagan Kochuga Miwa? Really? That's the route you want to go?
Look, I don't speak Korean. I was just trying to make the joke.
No, but Mario does.
Does he really now? That's going to be funny in our group thread later.
Yuckamwa?
Okay, but yeah, total cucks. I can't deal with it anymore. I can feel my testosterone dissipating. Can we please get to my favorite part?
Let's get there. I'm gonna hit the sounder. I'm just gonna make the announcement because it's 6 weeks in a row. That's right. I said Delta Romeo Tango 6 weeks consecutively.
Yeah, that's right. West side.
Yeah, don't do. Oh Jesus,
Dude, I've got a whole bucket of things I could dump do.
Cameron. Do you have any envelopes on your desk?
No, I keep them actually in a drawer.
I'm gonna need you to grab one of those and mail me your white card.
But I don't have a I don't even have a black card. American Express won't approve me.
I have a color card for photo correction upstairs.
All right. So anyway,
Wilmington PD.
all right.
There's not much to this article.
Yeah, there's not, but it makes the point, baby. A homeowner fatally shot a neighbor who was trying to enter his home Monday, according to Wilmington police. WPD officials say a 41-year-old Paul Levon Rowland Jr. tried to gain entry into a residence on Rutledge Drive by kicking the door in. The homeowner shot Rowland after he first forced the door open. Rowland died at the scene. Police say no charges have been filed at this time, and the shooting is still under investigation. Look, I just want to make a quick point.
A couple of quick points.
This smells to me like this might be a neighbor dispute gone bad, and Mr. Rowland probably should not have been killed. But you don't kick a dude's door in. You don't kick my door in. Please don't. Or depending on what kind of mood I'm in, please do. But nonetheless, don't kick my door in. And again, 6 weeks in a row, we get to say, look, this is a tragedy. It's not that we want people to die. We don't want people to get hurt. But once you cross the threshold, once you engage in violence, once you threaten another human life, well, I'll say it again, and I won't mess up my own tagline this time. If you never try and knock over a liquor store, the liquor store owner never pulls a double-barrel shotgun out from underneath the counter and fills you so full of birdshot, you look like a plate of spilled SpaghettiOs. It's real simple, people. We've had the saying for centuries, live by the sword, die by the sword. This is the best case outcome for everybody involved. I mean, with the exception of Mr. Rowland, of course. Obviously.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I know. Life in prison versus a quick death where you don't even feel the pain. Touche. But all that being said, don't be violent. Be polite. You know, civilization is this thing we all agree to pretend exists, because that's what we're doing. In fact, if you go watch our short video, Chris has this fantastic line in his over narration where he says, "When you're back here in the lie of civility," and that's exactly what it is. Civility is the lie that we tell ourselves so we can give our children a peaceful world. And if you want to confront me with the truth that nature is brutal, that it is a savage garden where lions will eat the young of their competitors so that their genes pass on and no other lions do, okay, I'm comfortable with absolute truth. In fact, I am extremely comfortable with absolute truth. And if you present that to me, I'm okay with you dead and me alive.
All right. Dead bad dudes don't do bad shit.
That's right. Dead rapists don't rape.
Dead murderers don't murder, and dead terrorists don't blow up flipping buildings.
Dead pedos don't molest.
Wake the hell up. By the time you hear me say these words, it'll be Friday morning. Y'all be safe on your drive to work, and keep on Americaning.